Good morning everyone, welcome to another Troops on Parade feature at Yorkshire Gamer. A little bit smaller than our usual Troops on Parade feature. You may have seen the British Desert 1941 feature a couple of weeks ago. That got a lot of attention. There's a lot of models. This is a mini project, I like to call this. It's going to form part of my Christian Crusades army, and will be joined along by military orders and some other Outream estate troops. And these are troops from the Kingdom of Jerusalem. And if you've followed the blog regularly and you've had a look at some of the monthly updates that I've done, you'll have seen this army grow slowly and steadily over the recent months. And this is it. This is done. We're finished. There's no more Kingdom of Jerusalem in many ways. And this is what we've got. We've got they're all from Fireforge miniatures. They're all 28mm. They're all plastic or the command base are resin. We'll have a look at that in more detail in a minute or two. And the colour scheme is not totally factitious. Certainly, I've found references of the blue and the white and the gold stroke yellow crosses, so that's all pretty good. It's taken off the Kingdom of Jerusalem film that kind of popularised this idea, I suppose, and I'm quite happy to run with it. Coming from an historical, later historical gaming background, Napoleonics, etc., uniform units. It's just I suppose it's what I've done forever, so I prefer it that way. It's easier to paint rather than doing individual livery on every single figure. So I might do that on some units later on in the build of this army, but for now, this is my interpretation of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. So we'll have a quick run around the units and a chat about each one and what they represent. And the first unit we're going to look at is a Foot Sergeant unit. The bases are 60mm frontage by 50mm depth, which is what I do virtually all my 28mm historical stuff on these days. Not based for any particular set of rules, just based as I like to see them, and then we shift our rules around to fit our base in rather than the other way around. They are armed with hand weapons as opposed to spear. I've got some other foot sergeants with spear. I decided to do these as a melee weapon unit. You can see axes and maces and swords in there. Nice mix of hand weapons. Shields are shield decals from Battle Flag. They do a lovely range for 28mm Crusades. Lots of the military orders, lots of the Outream estates. So they're perfect for this particular project. So that's unit number one. That's the melee weapon Foot Sergeant. Second unit, again, 4 bases of 6 figures, 24 figures in total, and this is made from the Fireforge Foot Sergeant's box. Great set. You get 48 figures, and from that I've made up the unit of melee weapons that we've just seen, and this unit of crossbow as well. So 2 units of 24 from a box. Good value, very good, very good. Figures excellent, easy to put together, no major dramas with it. The crouching pose is a little bit strange, but you kind of get used to it. Detail on them is superb. Look at the faces on those, they've really popped on them. They really are good. The flag is from Flags of War. Didn't mention that on the other unit. Lovely stuff. Nicely contoured, nicely shaded without you doing any work. You just have to paint the edges, just dull them down from bright white just to make them blend in, and got a lovely colour there. So that's the second unit, the Dismounted Foot Sgts with Crossbow. Unit 3, Dismounted Foot Knights. This is a single box set. They do only 24 figures in that box set. I think it's a tenner cheaper than the other one, so it's a little bit more expensive. But compared to your Spearmen, you're not going to have as many Dismounted Knights. Little apologies on the camera. This is a very expensive modern smartphone, but the depth of focus is absolutely appalling. So we've got the middle and left of the unit in focus, and the right hand side not in focus. On my older tablet, I don't have any of these problems at all, but unfortunately the microphone's broken on that, which could be a positive for some of you, not having to listen to me. But for the benefit of these videos, I like to talk over the top of them. These are really nice. They've got some of them, the guys at the front have got cloaks, and I've used some of the decals from for the horse barding on those, and we've got some decal Jerusalem crosses on the rear of those figures as well. So 24 figures, Dismounted Foot Knights. Next unit. This is the fourth unit and the first of the two mounted units. This is Fireforge miniatures again, and this is their Mounted Sergeants box set, 12 plastic mounted figures. These have been done up with melee weapons again, similar to the Foot Sgts. The box set comes with a lance option. I've already got some Lance Sergeants, so I just wanted something a little bit different with these. These are a little bit more basic compared to the Foot Knights that you're going to see in a minute, but again, the faces are superb on them. We've got the Jerusalem cross on the shield, the lovely decals we were talking about earlier on, and also on the front and on most of them on the rear of the model as well. So that's a really nice touch on them. There's about 10 layers of matte varnish on that shield, would you believe? It's still shining away. These are the battle worn ones, the nice little sort of splashes of blood on them and some cut marks and stuff. So I prefer those to the clean shields. But well, I think I've got those on the Foot Knights. But yeah, they're great. Really are nice. Comes with an option of musician. Look at those faces. Those faces are just so nice, so easy to paint. I've just done three colours on those, no wash, and they've come out spot on. So there we go. The Mounted Sergeants. Do you like those? Very much. So let's have a look at the King Tiger. So here we go, the Mounted Knights of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Probably most inspired by the film, this one, these units. They are the Templar Knight box set. They do a Teutonic Knight box set, which is a little bit later in terms of armour, etc. So I prefer this set. The Teutonic set has got all the knights with caparisons on the horses, whereas this one's just got half. Which, when I talk about the caparisons in a second, I'm kind of glad that there's only half, because they're a pain in the backside to paint. So just bring one of these close to the camera. So lances are pretty big, I have to say, but who doesn't like a big lance? Ooh, matron. So I've just done the decals on these, on the caparisons, are lovely, and I've just done the rest of it around the decal. So the decal will, at the back there, will have been blue at the bottom, white at the top, and I've just painted the caparison in that format. I've got no historical reference for this other than maybe the front of the War Games research book from the 70s had this or similar uniform, inverted commas, on the front. And then again, we've got the cloaks, which have got a decal on the back, which has been worked in with some decal medium, and that's worked out quite nicely. These are all armed with lance by the command base. We've got these lovely sort of bluey, light bluey green flags from Flags of War for Kingdom of Jerusalem. They're very nice, offset these figures particularly nicely, and we like these. And just finally, just have a quick look at the command base. So sword and guy with a horn, and lovely figures, very nice indeed. So we like those. They are the strike force, if you like, for this mini project. And then we've got one, all those have been featured on the blog at some stage or on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, and there's just one brand new piece that's finished off the mini project. So this is the command base for the little brigade, division, whatever you want to call it. Battle, I suppose, would be the preference for this period. And this is just a little 2-figure command stand, and these are personality figures from Fireforge. These are made from resin. The figure on the right, King Baldwin IV, if, I'm sure you are aware, but if you're not, the king had leprosy and wore a silver mask and gloves. Probably most famous for his victory at Montségur. Montségur is that Cathar place, isn't it? So he was most famous for that battle. Very inspiring general, with his troops, aware of his medical issues. He'd lead from the front and do all sorts of stuff. So he's represented in the Kingdom of Heaven movie very well. Next to him is a he's actually, don't tell anyone, French, standard bearer from Fireforge as well. And I just wanted an individual figure to use as a standard bearer to go alongside this chap. So he's looks quite active with that. We've done the horse the same as we've done the Mtd Knights, with the decals, flag again from Flags of War, and we'll just spin that around. A little bit of Jerusalem cross on the back of Matey Boy Baldwin's cloak, and there we go. I'm quite pleased with that. It's going to lead my Kingdom of Jerusalem force for the foreseeable future. So there we have it, a little mini project finished in only probably 3 months taking me to do those. I like the look of them. Some people are going to say, oh, the two Hollywood, I think, was one of the ones that comments I've had from the lovely people on the internet. I'm happy with them. I like them. It's a nice uniform look that's going to form part of a big Crusades army, and yeah, I'm happy, and hopefully we'll see them on the table soon. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Yorkshire TV again soon.